Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Fun with Flame. I am your host, Danieltheflame, and on to kick off this new year, after watching a Yellow Flash 2 YouTube video, I figured, it'd be great if people got my reaction to this ridiculous listing of that was done by BuzzFeed, which actually shows exactly how fucking dumb and racist people can actually be without really they're trying to virtue signal or make a point, but realistically all you're doing is making it worse by doing bullshit like this. And they made a list that's called 17 cartoon characters that aren't black officially black. Hold on, I'm messing up. 17 cartoon characters that aren't officially black, comma, but feel black to us. That's incredibly stupid. Just off the bat, fucking dumb. That is a moronic ideal and take on anything that is related to cartoon characters, or just when things aren't even trying to be racially biased like that. Like why would you even say something like that? But all you're doing is you're causing notice and then trying to keep shit separate when you don't need to do that. That's truly how I feel about that. Now, the first one is Milo and Jake from Tweenies. I have no fucking idea what the hell this is. But I guess it's a UK show with puppets. So, one of the characters is orange, the other one's purple. So, even still, like, if they're voiced by black people, then that's not a requirement, It's just like, yeah, their voice is just that of a black person. Hell, the voice of Elmo is done by a black man. But I don't look at Elmo and go, he's black. I look at Elmo and go, that's the goddamn monster from Sesame Street. That's how you're supposed to do that. So that's number one. Number two, Arthur and his family from Arthur. That is beyond stupid. So beyond stupid. I never looked at Arthur and thought of a race. Not once. I grew up watching Arthur. I saw the DW get punched episode live. You hear me? Live. Like I know Arthur. Okay? I know Arthur. I was there when Muffy and her family lost their money, and I was there when they got it back. I've watched Arthur, and not once did I ever sit there and look at him and go, oh, he's black. Or like just try to identify that he belongs to a certain race. No, Arthur had his own shit that he needed to deal with. If anything, the biggest problem that I ever had with Arthur was trying to explain to people that he's an aardvark. And you have no idea how hard it is to explain to people that Arthur, from the way how he looks, is a goddamn aardvark. So, and then to look at that and go, oh, they're black. Really? Within the confines of that world, in anything, like you would justify that is black to you? Seriously? Oh, and then on here it says, because of the theme song. Because the theme song was sung by a Jamaican man. Really? Okay, this is what it says. We think we all know that Arthur and his family are black. We don't even think it's up for debate, which is fucking idiotic. Between the catchy theme song performed by Ziggy Marley and the show's approach to societal issues, which is just how a child would view certain societal issues, like when Buster's family got a divorce and then he couldn't see Buster for a while because he has to spend time with his father, and then he wasn't able to stay in the town. And then we had like a whole sub-segment of Arthur in which it would be Buster talking to kids around the country because he was traveling around the country, which was a wonderful segue into Arthur dealing with shit when Buster wasn't around because Buster's his best friend. God damn, racist stupidity pisses me off, man. Seriously. God, this is dumb. But while we're here, to approach those issues, it just reads black. God, that's dumb. But while we're here, Muffy and Francine are in the clique too. Seriously? Muffy gives off a Donnie from Clueless energy. So you choose a black character from a movie, and you say that that's Muffy, when as a lot of the characters from Click act similar. A lot of them act similar. And they're all different walks of life and different assortment of characters. And while Francine has always reminded me of Queen Latifah, don't ask us why. No, that's something to ask why. You thought Francine was Queen Latifah? Because Francine likes to go out and play sports. She reminds you of Queen Latifah. You fucking Oh, Jesus Christ. Who the fuck wrote this? Let me scroll up and see. By two black chicks. Ah, fuck. That's God, Jesus Christ. If you ever want to know who are the stains on the black community, just look up any journalist, any journalist that's black that think they're doing something positive for black people, or they're having their intake on what black people should do. Yep, those are the things that are holding black people back right there. So that itself, we're only on number two, and that's already just a fucking stream of idiocy. I was told 2021 was going to be better. Boy, was I mistaken. Him from Powerpuff Girls. Are you insane? You classify the effeminate personification of the devil as black because he's gay? And then don't know, there's no actual proof that he is gay, but the man wears high, like, leather boots and talks effeminately and is the devil. Would probably swing towards being like, he's gay, but you never see him actually go out with a guy or anything like that. He's just really effeminate. Same thing with Prince. It's like, well, Prince was really effeminate, wore stockings and whatnot. But Prince was in that, what the hell was that called? About to say, he was into, Prince's whole thing was into that androgyny crap. But Prince got bitches. That's all he did, was get bitches. He was known for that. But we're going to sit here and go, him from the Powerpuff Girls, him is a fabulous demon. So because you're classifying the gay aspect of it, you're going to sit there and go, well, that also equates to it being black, which is beyond stupid. Just beyond stupid. This is a dumbass take to sit here and classify with this. Now, I love Powerpuff Girls. I will argue anyone that Powerpuff Girls wasn't the biggest cartoon that was out when the original stream of content of cartoons on Cartoon Network existed. Powerpuff Girls was number one as far as any of the shows go. But my favorite was always Ed, Edd n Eddy. But Powerpuff Girls was number one. Loved it. So, looking at Powerpuff Girls and watching it, every time I saw him, all I thought was the devil. Even when it was brought up, the episode when the Gangrene Gang took over the mayor's office and they were crank calling the girls to have them rush out and mess with the other supervillains who weren't doing anything, the Powerpuff Girls legit was like, there was no way this could be a prank if we got a call that him is doing something. Because it's him. He is literally the devil. His stuff isn't about him personally fighting the girls, but actually manipulating and messing with them. That's his thing, because he's the goddamn devil. Oh my goodness. And then it says, he is a black queen. Hear us out in a live action remake. Him is played, so because he's played by someone in a live action remake, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything? You're talking about the cartoon characters. It seems like you're pulling any small symbolism that you can in order to justify your dumbass take to be an actual thing. That's so unbelievably fucking stupid. That's like sitting there going that Wonder Woman has always felt like a black woman. Or sitting there going, Woman has always felt like a Latino man to me. Wonder Woman? Yep. I look at her and I go, she has all the qualities of a strong Latino man. How the fuck you get that? And it was like, well, once she was drawn by a Hispanic guy. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? It doesn't have anything to do with the character. Oh, man. Who else can pull off claws for hands, thigh highs, and what we can only guess is a Mrs. Claus costume? What the fuck, man? That a black person is the only person who could do that? Again, this argument would be perfect in order to justify that him is gay. But you got nothing in the show that would justify that he's gay rather than just being super effeminate. But you have everything to justify that that's the damn devil. And then it doesn't strike you as bad that you sit there and look at a cartoon character and because he has all of these qualities, you go, oh, that's black, honey. Rather than straight up, that's the fucking devil. Or, I wouldn't want a black, white, any color to be associated with this character because it's the fucking devil. Oh my god. This is number 3. Okay. Number 4. The devil from the cow and chicken. So again, we're picking the devil again, and then again we have a character who just talks and acts effeminate. The devil from cow and chicken is just a giant idiot who walks on his ass, and all he is just the bad guy within a lot of their skits and a lot of their cartoons. That's because he is the devil. So what? So it's just whoever is the person of power that is dealing in cow and chicken would be to them the devil. So it's always the devil or the fat red guy. And he never wears pants and he walks on his ass. Why would you look at that and go, "Oh yes, that's black"? And it seems to me that you're pulling anything that happens to be gay or overly outwardly effeminate, and as like they're a man and then they're doing effeminate things, which would generally be classified as gay stuff, and you're associating that as being something that only black people would be able to pull off, which is in its own right really idiotic and stupid, as well as prejudiced and sexist in its own right. Again, and these characters are supposed to be just evil. It's the devil. Why would you sit there and look at the devil and go, again, that's black, honey? So I'm not pulling off the snap. My hands are dry. That's black, honey. So really stupid. Don't want to even. Simple question is, if he's not black, then what is he exactly? The fucking devil. You goddamn idiot. Ooh. It just seems like they saw a clip of these characters and they just went through a random clipping of like different random characters, and then they saw them do one thing, and then they was like, "Ooh, that represents black." I bet you these bitches never even watch cartoons. I bet you they don't. I bet they didn't. I bet you would ask them what their favorite cartoon is. They probably might say something like Steven Universe or some shit. Just fucking idiots. Skeeter and BB from Doug. Skeeter's blue, BB is purple. Now, the argument that Skeeter is black, sure. The man walks around, everything about him is personification of a black guy, but it's not something positive. The dude walks around beatboxing all the time. Hey, Doug. He's the quirky little sidekick to the main character. Doug, in actuality, is the only character within Doug that is drawn like a white boy. Hell, everyone else is just random assortments of colors. So you really don't get a distinctive color factor from any of them. Everyone is really drawn with these weird little colors within Doug. And BB herself, I just saw as a snotty rich girl. Watch Doug, like Doug, I always thought it was lame that him and Patty never got together. Just that whole pining for a girl crap was annoying. But you're doing and pulling shit that's just ridiculous. I mean, couldn't you argue that, because Roger lived in a trailer home, but his skin was green and his hair was red, does that mean that I can't classify him as being black? Because eventually him and his mom struck it rich, and then he was still a jerk, but he still, like, his base qualities, I could sit there and pin and go, no, he was black. It's just, this one isn't something to, like, the list itself is what I have an issue with. This isn't something that is argumentally, wrong word. This isn't something that essentially fits within this list. It kind of does, and you can kind of argue it, but at the same time, I'm upset that this even exists as an argument, And Skeeter and BB from Doug, no. The concept of having them on this list is ridiculous because Skeeter never felt black. Skeeter constantly made a bunch of random ass noises, and every other character within the series has big nose, weird facial features. Hell, the scientist that lived next door to Doug, who's always doing stuff, I would look at him and kind of go that he was black because essentially his facial features are similar to that of Skeeter. While you got BB, who has same facial features similar to that of Patty, smaller eyes and whatnot, but her demeanor and everything that she did acted like a spoiled little snotty rich chick. So I would more so equate that to more so what you would see with the spoiled teenagers that you would get on TV back in the day, which are usually white kids. So again, like, no. Just no. Was clear. Skeeter and BB were clearly black. Fucking idiots. Goofy and Max. That's the dumbest, dumbest pick out of anything. Now, when watching Yellow Flash talk about this subject, when he brought the list, he said something that basically it's you gotta look at it and go, yeah, well, you're dealing with two idiots who wrote this. But to pick Goofy and Max, and it's like the assortment of characters that they've been picking have been the idiots, have been the bubbling, dumb people who have been stereotypical one type of personality trait characters. A couple of them have. And Goofy and Max, you have essentially the goofball within the Mickey Mouse universe. He's a goddamn dog. You have Mickey Mouse, who's also drawn in all black. Goofy's drawn in all black. Clarabelle, who's drawn in all black. Minnie Mouse, drawn in all black. But Goofy is the one that you go, I associate him with a black guy. Goofy and Max, like they're a black guy. Max skateboards. He was in the goddamn X Games. He went to college. What? How white is that? You gonna sit there and tell me that you look at Max and you go, oh no, he's totally black. Seriously? Max come from a broken home with a dad, with a single father who loves him too much. When has that been a thing with a black family? And it's like, oh yeah, my dad doesn't have my dad and my mom, or my mom passed away, and my dad's been raising me on his own. So is your dad like, still trying to find someone? He gives you your space, you give him his. Nah, he's constantly pestering me. He's wants me to hang out with him all the time and do stuff with him. Yes, it doesn't sound black. Doesn't sound black at all. It sounds just like a goddamn family, a loving family. It doesn't sound something that I would equate to blackness. It just sounds like a character. And then it's like, with this argument, why wouldn't you associate Mickey Mouse with black? I mean, Mickey has a dog, and he's constantly trying to get into the pants of another person who's similar to him in height, kind of talks the same with the same voice cues, always hanging around. I would say, despite all the bad stuff Mickey has ever done, Minnie's always there. That seems like a black woman to me. Always sticking by her man. That's black, isn't it? And not associated with black. Can't that be black? Oh no, that could just be a personality trait. That's not. It has nothing to do with race. Oh, well, I guess then this argument is ridiculous then. yes it is. This is very ridiculous and very stupid. Next, Mrs. Bellum from the Powerpuff Girls. Mrs. Bellum was drawn with darker skin and she has red hair. Who the fuck? What do you? What? Why can't it just be that she was a woman who had her shit together? Why? It's like you got the skin color that you got, but her hair is red and she wore red. You never saw her face except for last episode. If you look carefully enough, you never saw her face, which was the joke. Sarah Bellum, much like the Hello Nurse in popping fireworks. Much like Hello Nurse in the Animaniacs. Despite her figure and her looks, she's far more qualified than the person that she's working for, and she's incredibly intelligent because that was Mrs. Bellum's thing. She was super smart. So why would you look at that and go, oh yeah, she was black? Because I didn't associate with black. She was Mrs. Bellum. This shit of trying to characterize, like, put people in a corner so you can justify any of their actions and all the stuff that they're doing, it's so goddamn stupid. But hey, this is what ignorant people do. Ignorant niggas try to claim who a nigga. That's what ignorant niggas do. Niggas always try to claim who a nigga. They look at different black people and then they go, yo, that's a nigga, that's a nigga, that's not a nigga, that's a nigga. Only niggas do that. Jesus Christ. Michelangelo and Raphael from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Fuck the fact that all of them are brothers. Fuck the fact that all of them are related. Fuck the fact that they're turtles who all grew up eating pizza, saying cowabunga, like surfing and skateboarding and doing extreme sports shit around the world, but grew up with Japanese detail and structure in household as well as training in ninjutsu. Fuck all that. Two of them feel black to me. Why? Because Michelangelo's stupid and Raphael is angry. That is dumb. That is beyond dumb. Just two of all of them. Not Donatello, not the smart one. And Yellow Flash brought this up as well. Not the smart one and not the leader. They don't feel black. The angry one and the dumb one, they feel black. Fuck. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. we reaching some explosive bullshit right now. Just fuck everything else that you would ever equate about these characters. They grew up enjoying pop culture and doing shit that teenagers would do during their time. So whatever it is at the time at which that a rendition of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is, that's the type of teenage shit that they enjoy. And if you watch like the old 90s cartoon like I did, then all they did was say cowabunga and pizza time. It was just pizza and cowabunga. And not once did I go, that's what the kids in my neighborhood talk about. And I grew up in fucking Chicago. So, not once. But I knew everyone who loved the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. My favorite character is Donatello. One of my cousin's favorite characters was Leonardo. Another one was Michelangelo. Another one was Raphael. It just hits different walks of life. That's what they do. They represent different character types, not different races. You dumb racist bitches. Godly, this is so terrible. This is such a terrible list. This is such a terrible list because none of this shit is justified. It just seems like they're just picking out of a hat a random character and then they're just gonna say whatever they can about them to go, that makes them black. Like, you bitches are the creme de la creme validation of exactly what should be considered black and what shouldn't be. This is a fucked up list. Alright, number 9. Bender from Futurama. You dumb people. Bender's Mexican. Now, yeah, guess what? Bet you didn't know that. Bet your dumbass didn't know that because you probably didn't even care to look at the show because I'm pretty sure you don't watch cartoons. Bender is Mexican. He was made in Mexico. Because of that, he speaks Spanish from time to time. Bender, what about the senoritas? Vámonos! Like, he's made in Mexico. It's a joke, but that's where he's from. They literally gave him a race. They made him a race of a robot within the series. It's not a joke. That's what he is. He is Mexican. So to sit there and go, I look at Bender and then I go, oh, he's black. What the fuck do you take from Bender that makes him black? Because there's nothing that Bender does that I look at and I go, he's Mexican. Aside from the fact that he was literally made in Mexico. So if he was born in Mexico and then he moved and lived in New York, and then in the beginning of the series, he tried to kill himself. What any of that is a rendition of what you consider a typical black person? Or is that just shit Bender does? Jesus Christ. Bender drinks. He has to drink because he's a robot. If he doesn't drink, then he gets sober. Then he acts drunk. Oh my God. And this is what it says on here because I just know how out of fucking touch these idiots are with this list. Bender is your black uncle, and he is a bad influence. He loves blackjack and a good drink. Beyond that, he has the funniest quips in Futurama. Shut up, baby, I know it. Because he was a pimp? Is that what you're going from? Because that one when he was a pimp, and then the other times when he just be talking, shut up, baby, I know it. That makes him black, It's like God forbid, a white person, Bender's voice actor, white. Bender's ethnicity within Futurama, Mexican. Bender's personality is a person who's incredibly foul-mouthed, rude, and disgruntled, doesn't really give a damn about anybody or anything else except for himself. Multiple times within the series, he saved everybody, but he would say, I'll save me, and then he does something. You're dealing with a fucking Futurama fan here. Why didn't they think this was a bad idea to make this list if 2 women decided to do it over cartoons? And did they not challenge their knowledge in it? Okay, justify your reasons behind doing that. Oh, I got me an uncle that act just like Bender. Girl, he be cussing, he be drinking, he be telling me to go out there and use a gun. Ooh, girl, ooh, child, they just like Bender. That means Bender black, girl, Bender black. Or your uncle's a piece of shit. And Bender is a character that is a piece of shit. But there's been other things within the series that have classified and justified other things. You going by one line from when he sat there and was like, he's a pimp. And then he was like, shut up, baby, I know it. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Oh, man. This is what happens with people who actually enjoy shit clash with people who try to use it to say shit. Next. Number 10, Sandy from SpongeBob SquarePants. You dumb bitch. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you right in whatever hole you came from that sits there and think that Sandy from SpongeBob SquarePants is black. Oh my god. Sandy's a squirrel. Again, they're picking characters who are just their own classification of creature in order to make sure that this race shit didn't happen. You know? And it's like they're their own creatures. And they're just created by with whatever world they fucking grew up in. You know, and it's like whether or not you feel a rendition or a connection to someone that you know, good job on the writer for making this character relatable, because that's what the fuck you would want. And SpongeBob SquarePants being one of the longest running cartoons on Nickelodeon has ever had, and most likely ever will have, yeah, good for them for making her a beloved character that's still throughout the ages looked upon today. But Sandy is from Texas. She grew up on a fucking farm, and she's a squirrel. If anything, I would classify her as being a cowboy. You would put her on a list of a character who clearly had a crazy ass life on Earth or on land. You know, like a character who obviously had a crazier and more hectic life before the cartoon it was actually introduced into. And Sandy is a goddamn scientist who needs government funding to actually study and do shit in SpongeBob SquarePants' world, which is why she leaves in that biosphere under the goddamn water. So, oh my god, she's one of the strongest people in Bikini Bottom, one of the strongest creatures in Bikini Bottom. And, oh my goodness, I'm saying all these positive things about Sandy, and none of them are justifying why I don't consider her to be felt as black. But you gotta understand, I'm saying these things about Sandy because I don't feel that these things justify her as being classified as black. They justify her for being Sandy in SpongeBob. And it's like if I start naming these features and then I go name that character and I start naming all these features, you're not gonna go, Letitia? No, you're gonna go Sandy from SpongeBob? And I'm like, yeah, okay. They're from Texas. They're incredibly strong. They're one of the strongest people ever. They're a scientist who got a government grant to create a biosphere underwater. They get a biosphere underwater. They wear an aqua suit and they're able to walk around underwater perfectly fine, and they're not hard. They're not limited by the movement of water resistance. That's how goddamn strong this bitch is. No, I know that's Letitia. That's Letitia. Fuck. Sandy wears a helmet so her fur won't get red. You fucking idiot. So because of the suit, to make sure she doesn't die underwater, career driven. When you had her screwing around doing shit for the longest before they actually showed the people who try to justify all of the work that she does underwater in order for her to stay in Bikini Bottom in the first place. Hell, for like what, the first couple of seasons, like the first 4 to 5 seasons in SpongeBob, most of the things you get with Sandy involve her in hibernation, or just doing extreme shit. Hell, she likes karate, for God's sakes. Career driven, constantly has to save the boys out of their drama. That's not a black woman thing. That's not a black woman thing. That is a woman who is dealing with dumb people thing. That is some shit that women do when they're dealing and fucking around with dumb people. And it's just what they do. And it's the same thing as if you're a guy who deals with dumb people. You have to save them from themselves because they're fucking dumb. That's not a race thing. That's just something people do. And being the only air breather in the cast gives us flashbacks to being the token black person in the group. No! That's just... That's how you know dumb black people say that. Because if you were the token black person, most likely you didn't grow up black. In the classification, how the fuck you know someone is black is that if you're the one black person in the group of people, you ain't black. You ain't growing up black, apparently. So this is how you look at a character who breathes air, aside from the rest of the characters who breathe water, and you go, they're just like me. They're different. While Sandy was immediately accepted. Nothing was different about that. The only time they put into question her being an air breather is literally an episode when her and SpongeBob were going off of the mouth on exactly who is better. That's it. That's it. Other than that, always fit in. So to sit there and go being taken out because you felt being a token black person, you bastard. It's so stupid. Oh my god, that is dumb. That is so dumb. If that's your reasoning behind anything, oh, I feel a sense of fulfillment. They're just like me. They know exactly the troubles I'm going to because I'm also the token black person. Yeah, go hang out with black people then. No, your friends that you hang out with, that you choose to hang out with, happen to all be white. So then that's your choice. But then realistically, that means that your personality traits, your likes and your dislikes are similar because that's how friends are made. And so then if someone was to close their eyes and you were to tell them your likes and dislikes, and then you go guess my race, and your group of friends are all white, 9 times out of the 10, people are going to sit there and go, "Are you white?" Because yeah, you apparently you like all the same shit that what we think white people like. So maybe it's just some shit that you just happen to like. Why we gotta put race into it? No, but you want to put race into shit. That's why you made this dumb list. Let's move on to number 11. God, this is dumb. Grim from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. He's voiced by a Jamaican guy. He's voiced by a Jamaican guy. He's voiced by a Jamaican guy. He is voiced by a Jamaican guy. He is voiced by a Jamaican guy. His family has a Jamaican accent. I'm guessing that's the only way they can justify this bullshit. That's the only way they can justify that. Grim from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. It's just his voice actor is Jamaican. He has a Jamaican accent. Whatever. And then that's not really a sense of feeling black. He literally is Jamaican. He is Jamaican. He's existed since the beginning of time. He's Jamaican. Oh my goodness. But because he ain't got black skin to let you know, like, clearly that he's black. Oh no, we have to make this list and put him on here. This is a wash. This is a dumb fucking opinion on this one. And then it says the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy has a Jamaican. The Grim Reaper and the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy has a Jamaican accent. Case closed. That means he's black. So it's cool that we're gonna sit there and pine that he clearly has to be black. He was outsmarted by a bunch of kids, and all that. Just watch and enjoy the fucking show. God damn, it didn't matter. Roger from American Dad. Here's that gay shit again. This is clearly that gay shit again. Roger from American Dad, I just consider gay. That's all he is. It's gay. He's a gay alien. That's it. He's gay. He's just gay. He likes to play dress up. He basically molests everybody in the entire goddamn family. The dude is gay or bi. You could say bi as well. But everything that he does is just effeminately gay. Dimmer switches, gay. Just gay shit that Roger does. Roger does gay shit. But for whatever reason, to the writers of this, gay equates to black. Hold on, let me reiterate that because fireworks. To the dumbass writers of this, gay equals black when it comes to this list. So any character that has gay features, but they're not a particular race, they must be black because girl, fucking idiots. Oh my god! And then it's like they pick the most minute detail, and they sit there and go, "Oh yeah, this justifies everything. Everything. This justifies everything because this is something that we can equate to a black woman or black man. So that must mean that this character is that race. Fucking idiots. Roger speaks his mind, is quick with quips, and has a whole wardrobe full of disguises. Hello, code switching. He's black. What the fuck is code switching? I don't know what that is. Is that a California bullshit thing? Because most people who do this shit are from California. So I don't know what that is. And again, perfect argument for a list of characters who are gay. Who are clearly gay, but they haven't said that they were gay. But it's like, come on, we all figured that out. Him, yes. The devil from Cow and Chicken, possibly, but no clear answer. But Roger from American Dad, definitely. Gay, bi, whatever, but definitely that. Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z. Okay. Gotta give a clap for this one because this is a nigga thing. Niggas have been doing this since I've been in fucking middle school when it came to Dragon Ball Z. First and foremost, Dragon Ball Z ain't a cartoon, and that's how I know the qualifications of the list makers, because they decided to put Dragon Ball Z on this list of cartoon characters. But Dragon Ball Z is not a cartoon. And if your argument that anime is just a Japanese form of cartoons, I have to tell you that no, it is not. There's a difference. There's a huge fucking difference. One, why we call that anime and we don't call it Japanese cartoons. We call it anime, dumbass. So that's what that is. And I was like, well, anime just means Japanese cartoons. Again, different type of art form, different type of story structure, whole different type of everything. So therefore it has another name, which is just anime. If it was easier to just call it Japanese cartoons, people would have just been calling it Japanese cartoons. But we don't. We call it anime. And then you know that there's a difference. Bam. That's how you close that case. Now then, as I was saying, niggas have been known to sit there and try to claim Piccolo as being a black man within Dragon Ball Z. And this is such a fucking ignorant ass thing to do, because one, it's unnecessary. Two, there's already black people within the show. And three, so fucking stupid. So fucking stupid. He's a goddamn green slug alien. He just happens to be tall, bald-headed, and he's incredibly strong and intelligent. And for whatever reason, we have to latch on that, yeah, that's a nigga. That's the guy who represents black people. No, he doesn't. He's a goddamn alien. He doesn't represent black people. He's a goddamn alien. He's able to regenerate any part of his body as long as his head is kept intact. Black people can't do that, you dumbasses. So stop claiming him. You don't claim that. This show was made by an Asian who just made a bunch of characters on a world where there is no Japan. All speak Japanese. There's no Japan or America or Europe or anything like that within Dragon Ball Z. But you do have areas. Hell, their fucking president is a dog, man. Okay. Greatest anime of all time. These people have somehow just easily pissed me the fuck off. Because, again, this is some shit that niggas do whenever you talk to them about Dragon Ball Z. And I've been in plenty of conversations where you basically just have to roll your eyes and let that shit go when these people bring up stuff like that. Oh yeah, Piccolo a nigga. Piccolo my nigga. Nothing Piccolo has done equates to anything that I would sit there and go, this is something a black man is capable of doing. This is something a man is capable of doing if they had the qualifications or the abilities that Piccolo had. Dumbass. Piccolo's incredibly intelligent. He's a fucking alien. The bastard doesn't even need to eat food. He just drinks water. Jesus Christ. It's just so quick and easy to want to have something, especially something that you love so much, you like looking at, that you can sit there and attach some shit like, oh no, this is some positive representation for me. This is like, if you watch Dragon Ball Z, have you seen the black people on there? All of them have their fucking lips rolled and they're incredibly dark. It's like you can tell whenever he drew a black person because they had the little outwards rolled up lips shit. Mr. Popo, different people within the World Martial Arts tournaments, all shit like that. But it's like, yeah, that's who the Akira Toriyama drew when it came to black. Hell, even Pikkon had the rolled lips, but he's purely green. And again, niggas would claim him too. But it's a dumb trope to even do that, because there's nothing about him that screams out black, because he isn't black. and then now let's forget the fact that, in the beginning of Dragon Ball, he was evil. Piccolo was evil. Oh my goodness. But no, let's look over that. What did these dumbasses write? Piccolo was literally the blackest cartoon character ever. Anime character. Dumbass. It's not even up for debate. Yes, the fuck it is, because he's a goddamn alien. You cannot tell me that you look at him and don't imagine Marshall Ali. Who the fuck? Marshall. I don't know who that is. I don't know who the fuck that is, because I don't care. I know who Piccolo is, but I don't know who the hell this other person is. I'm not even gonna look it up. I'm not even gonna help them justify this character by looking it up, because it does not matter. But I do not look at Piccolo and think of anyone else aside from Piccolo. Jesus Christ. I thought I was gonna say Muhammad Ali, and it did. Don't even have that. You can't look at him and say that he don't look like that. Yes, I can, because that person, I'm pretty sure, ain't got green skin, pink muscle parts, red little outlines around those muscle parts, and then has been blown away multiple times, or has died and come back to life. Get the fuck out of here. Number 14, Optimus Prime from Transformers. This is something I found out about recently, and I was disgustipated with it. And I say disgustipated because I mean that. Because that is the dumbest thing ever. They're robots. They're all robots. they're all robots. And I get that that's something to be the major argument within to counter this dumbass list. Because again, these characters that aren't officially black, but they feel black. And Optimus Prime never felt black to me. And then again, them having a bad take on a iconic character. Optimus Prime got killed. Optimus Prime died. So, bad character choice. And also, different personality traits. I would equate that on the movie, the Transformers movie, the new character that they added on, aside from Hotshot, the old rustic Transformer guy who was barely there always to complain about shit, he felt black to me. Jazz feels black to me. These are characters that were initially meant to kind of feel black. Well, they did when they were brought on within the newer movies and whatnot. But back in the day, no. I just looked at these characters and I only associated these characters. This is so fucking stupid, man. To look at these characters and go like, oh no, they hit that demographic that I'm from, motherfucker. No. Like, you don't. Optimus Prime never gave not one iota of blackness from me. Not while looking at him at all. Not once. Hell, I would even argue that the Optimus that actually turns into a goddamn gorilla never even seemed black to me. And I love Beast Wars. Hell, the character I loved the most was a typical, was basically your typical cool white boy who was just, into it for the thrills and all that, and it was like really young and wanted to be in the excitement and the thick of it. And he was like, come on, boss boy, giving everybody nicknames and shit. I love Cheetor. Cheetor's my favorite character in Beast Wars. Bugs and Lola, number 15? You greedy groups of bitches. You can't do that. You can't do that. Holy shit. There is no way in hell that was plausible. There's no way in hell someone looked at that and went, yep, I feel that too. Never. Never. There has never been anyone ever, who looked at Bugs fucking Bunny and said that he hit that realm of blackness. Hell, when he was big and popular, black people weren't even around, weren't even allowed to go see his ass. What the fuck are you talking about? Holy shit. Now this is a tricky one. No, because you're reaching. That's what you do. This is what dumb motherfuckers do. Is that they reach for shit. Oh my goodness. Now this is a tricky one. Bugs on his own is not black. Nothing about Bugs Bunny screams black man. However, Bugs and Lola, hella black. Ooh, again, it's that reaching bullshit. See, ignorant, dumb people like to pick their battles. They like to pick their battles that they can win. See, to sit there and classify that Bugs Bunny on his own is not black, but when he's attached to Lola Bunny that makes him black, is incredibly idiotic. Because nothing about Lola Bunny's added character did anything aside from give Bugs Bunny a love interest. So, why the fuck would Bugs Bunny having a love interest all of a sudden make his character innately black? You see how idiotic that is? That means that every checkbox that Bugs Bunny hits doesn't make him black. But then when you add a woman next to him, for some reason, that makes him black. You see how that's weird? So then realistically, his character is exactly the same. It's just that now he has a love interest. So, innately, that just means that Bugs Bunny is just a good character. And he is an all-around character that is beloved on all four fronts. Like in actuality, in real life. But for some reason, to these dumbasses who made this list, when Lola Bunny was introduced into Bugs Bunny's life, then, and only then, did they look their small little brains, their small little brains make their eyes look at the TV screen or movie screen when they saw Space Jam, and it had their dumb idea come in their head. They go, finally, a Bugs Bunny for us black folk. One we can appreciate and love. Now I see the light. Now I can be happy because Bugs Bunny has finally did it. He became a nigga. Not thinking about the multitude of cartoons in which Bugs Bunny impersonates or makes fun of black people, and that's a bajillion. And WB being the dope people that they are, and I always say this, and I just think like, hey, it was cool when WB did it, and it was cool when MGM did it for Tom and Jerry. And it's the fact that they owned up to the fact that, hey, they had some racist shit back in the day, but yo, those people who worked on that stuff, they dead. They're all dead. They're all dead. It doesn't mean or change or demean the character, but hey, it's some shit that we went through during a terrible time in history. Okay? It's like, what Disney do? Disney tries to pretend like they never did it. Like, oh no, they're just amazing. There's no way in hell they got any racist cartoons. Oh, they had nothing but racist cartoons back in the day. But hell, this to the point where Disney doesn't even show any of their older cartoons anymore because of all the racist issues that they had within their cartoons. So with Looney Tunes, they owned up to the shit. So now, if you watch certain Looney Tunes cartoons, they'll still play them even if the endings of them have racist subject matter in it. They'll just cut that part out. But hell, I got a bunch of their cartoons that have racist shit in it, and it's like I'm cool watching it. And it's like yo, man, there was a time when my beloved Bugs Bunny used to go, "Oh, Master, please don't hit me, Master." Funny cartoon, but wrong. Oh man, there's one with him and Yosemite Sam, and Yosemite Sam is like protecting the South, and there's like the war still over with. And he's like, he don't care. And then Bugs Bunny came in blackface walking past, and then Yosemite Sam was like, oh, it's one of all boys. It's terrible. Oh my god. Whew. Okay, however, Bugs and Lola, hella black, which is why it's a which is why it's the go-to Halloween costume with your first boyfriend in school. What the fuck are they talking about? It makes sense, but also it doesn't make sense. See, this is how stupid people talk, because stupid people do shit like this. They'll say one thing and then say another thing, which cancels out the previous thing that they just said, but in their minds, it made absolute total fucking sense, when they don't realize that what they just said was a contradiction. Now, you can get mixed up in a conversation and have a contradiction, where you were previously saying some good shit a while ago, and then you said something differently because you got caught up within the flow of the conversation and totally negated what you previously were talking about. Happens to people all the time. I do it all the time. Happens to people all the time. This is how debates work. But when you're typing some shit and you put it in a list, oh, you just fucking stupid. Then you're just stupid. You're not getting caught up within the conversation. You're just dumb. And this is dumb. It was the first go-to Halloween costume. The only thing I could think of that would reign true to that is the Harley Quinn Joker costume. Because the Harley Quinn costume was the most popular Halloween costume in years. But Lola Bunny and Bugs Bunny, that was the go-to Halloween costume. And again, no justification as to why they're considered black. Hell, Lola has blonde fucking hair. And for God's sakes, it's just, what is it, because they were playing basketball? Like, just give me something so I can sit here and understand why the hell why you're saying this. His accent is Brooklyn. Oh my goodness. Mel Blanc purposely made Bugs Bunny's accent the way that it was, because he was like, this is how I would talk if I was from Brooklyn. And that's why he spoke that way. And I said Mel Blanc. And he was like, because this is how I would talk if I was from Brooklyn. And that's what he made up for Bugs Bunny. Jesus Christ. Why? See, this one hits harder to me than anything else because I love Looney Tunes. It's like, I'll be able to look at Looney Tunes when I'm freaking old and in the hospital. I'll be like, don't just keep Looney Tunes cartoons playing continuously. That's it. That's all I need. Even when my family comes, I'm going to still be looking at Looney Tunes. That's it. Dad, don't you want to look at some how it was made videos? Yes, when I go to sleep. But when I'm up, I want to look at Looney Tunes, goddammit. None of that dumbass new shit either, but some good Looney Tunes. It's like, but Oh my god, it makes sense, but it also doesn't make sense. But really, what makes sense, but really, what makes sense in life. Whoo, stupid motherfucker. Stupid motherfucker. Who next? 16. Lola from Shark Tales, who was played by Angelina Jolie. Okay, so you had other characters, but because they were played, or they sounded like a black character, like when they said with Grimm, that justified them being black. But this character was played by a white woman, and somehow you're going to justify that she was black. Um, while as Will Smith played a character in Shark Tales, and Will Smith is black, and the characters in Shark Tales, all of them have the same redeeming features. Hell, you have a fucking pufferfish who has big lips like the rest of them, but acts like an Italian mob boss. You have literally Robert De Niro play a shark that's acting like an Italian mob boss. Jack Black playing a shark who is the son of an Italian mob boss. Do you not look at those characters and go, they scream Italian to me? But Lola, a character who literally was just a gold digging whore. She was a gold digger. That was her thing. She was a gold digger. You look at her and go, she's black. Whew, you dumb bitch. What about the other girl who was played by Renee Zellweger? How do I remember Renee, but I don't remember the name of her character? I don't know, because Shark Tales ain't that good. It really isn't. But what about her character? Being incredibly loyal, as well as the person who was in love with a guy despite all of his shortcomings and wasn't a fucking gold digger. And then proceeded to actually help him even though he kept screwing up. Is that not something a black woman would do? Oh, wait. Or is it just not something that a good woman would possibly do for a man that she loves? Dude, I don't know. Maybe I got the game fucked up. Maybe I got the game fucked up. Because Lola was the girl that everyone wanted. But again, was a fucking gold digger. That was her problem. And then when she got broken up with, she proceeded to beat the guy because he wasn't going to let her get a piece of the pie. Oh, man. And then at the end of the movie, what does she get? She get a goddamn homeless crab who keeps going after her. Oh my god, yes, voiced by Angelina Jolie, but in Shark Tales, she's an instant baddie with a fresh BBL. That's black. What the hell's a BBL? I don't know. She is sultry, owns her sexuality, and endures a calm and exudes a calm confidence that can only come with knowing who exactly you are. Also, inches. Girl has fresh Brazilian bundles. So because of her look, literally what I'm getting is that because of her look, not the personality wise or not the traits that she actually had, because the shit that she did, just because you're sexy and you go around making yourself sexy, that's not a black thing. That's something that sexy people and attractive people do. So that's a wrong one for that one. So again, you're fucking dumb, you idiot. And then also you have herself walking around with constant confidence because she knows she's attractive and everyone wants her. Bam, that's not a black thing. That's just something pretty bitches do. So again, with that one, none of this shit screams black. I'm pretty sure these women think that they do this shit, so that means that this equates to what a black woman does. But again, we have proven with this list, we are not dealing with the intelligent mind. We are dealing with idiots. On to the next one. Kovu from Lion King 2. You dumb whore. You're so stupid. This gets worse and worse. It just makes me upset. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why not anyone from Lion King? You could literally, anything that they're going to say about Kovu could literally be equated to any character within Lion King. I'm going to prove that that's a fact. I'm going to prove it. Okay, so let's read what the hell they have to say. Oh, and it's only 2 little lines, so it's nothing. So it's going to be nothing, and I bet you I can prove that equates to every single character within all of Lion King. Raise your hand if your first crush was a cartoon lion. No? Just us? Well, okay then. All the lions in the Lion King are black. It's a kingdom in Africa. ... Okay. That was it. That's all they said about Kovu. So, first of all, these bitches into bestiality. That's a problem. And then they're going to use that bestiality to justify this list and making Kovu black. How the fuck was Kovu black? You didn't justify anything. You just saying all the Lion Kings and Lion King are black because it's a kingdom in Africa. That didn't mean anything. Oh my god. They had James Earl Jones and his son came out as Jonathan Taylor Thomas, and then he grew up into Matthew Broderick. Neither of which are black. So what the fuck are you talking about? Oh man, good lord! And what exactly did Kovu do that made you go, oh yeah, that's a nigga, or like, oh yeah, that's some blackness for you, baby? Not a damn thing. Not a goddamn thing. Oh my god. Is that it? This is it? This is over with? Yes, I'm done. Good, I'm done. None of this. None of this made any sense. None of this was good. This was a dumbass article by two dumbasses. And I feel sad. I feel sad that this happened. But hey, this is the world we live in now, where people write this shit, other people look at it, and they go, "This totally makes sense." Put it out there. I want the world to read it. Goddammit! I want the world to love it. Oh my goodness! All right, fuck that. Fuck all this. This has been Fun with Flame. I've been your host, Daniel the Flame. It's always good, people. I hope you had fun, because I didn't. I really didn't. Also, be sure to check out the original home of the Fun with Flame podcast over at Anchor.fm. I upload there first and far more frequently than I do YouTube. And you should definitely go there to listen to some of my podcasts that are just too hot for YouTube to handle. So check out Anchor.fm for more Fun with Flame content. Be sure to subscribe and click any of the links in the description to see all of the other things that I am associated with, if you just want a little bit more of that Daniel the Flame in your life.